begin with, humanism was an intellectual movement. That's why there's an ism on the end. Those three letters signify a belief in something, and throughout European history, we were overloaded with isms. Why? Well, Europe is a land of ideas and action. Generally speaking, ideas are formulated before actions are taken, and that's going to be a constant theme throughout the modern age. So humanism, or Renaissance humanism as it's also referred to, was the renewed belief in the value and power of the individual. Throughout the Middle Ages, the general concept of man's place in the universe was one of obedience. People were expected to live their lives to worship God, and they were asked by the church to earn their way into heaven by following the sacraments and through good works. In the 14th century, intellectuals began to question this purely religious view of life on earth. They studied the classical languages of Greek and Latin in order to read the wisdom of writers from the ancient world. When Constantinople fell to the Ottomans in 1453, many of those ancient texts and the scholars who kept them made their way to Italy, which reintroduced a treasure trove of writings to Western Europe. So suddenly, the ideas of ancient writers become available to a whole new audience. Ancient values such as civic virtue became subjects of conversation. And as more people started reading these texts, the demand for lay education, for schools run outside the realm of monastic communities and outside of the church, well, that increased. Wealthy families began to support the schools and send their children to the schools to learn Greek and Latin and gain access to ancient ideas. The problem was that some of those ideas came into conflict with the teaching and doctrine of the Catholic Church.